watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Let's talk about our forecast. We are tracking rain and thunderstorms in the DMV right now. You can see on the left-hand side the radar. The right-hand side, we have the Washington Monument and the National Weather Service with a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Virginia and DC tonight.
Yeah, meteorologist Scott Sumner in for the chief, Janessa, tonight. And Scott, certainly a lot happening this evening.
Yeah, we went off air with a severe thunderstorm warning, and we start the 9 o'clock with a severe thunderstorm warning. It'll last 15 minutes. Unless they decide to extend it. But we also have a flood warning out there, too. For first, a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for southeastern and eastern portions of the district, also eastern portions of Fairfax County as well as PG County. There it is, highlighted in this orange box here. This will run, and PG County runs through till 9:15. It's moving to the east-northeast at 17 miles an hour and will impact you here at Capitol Heights at 9:20. Looks like Fairmount Heights at 9:23 and Forestville at 9:23 as well. Put this into motion. This storm actually made a right turn. It started moving north and then curved and went right into southern portions of the district here as well as Alexandria. But this is where it's going to go. It's going to continue to move over the next hour out towards Forestville, Camp Springs, and over towards Upper Marlboro area. Now, on the other side of things, where we did have a severe thunderstorm earlier, we do not now, but we have a flood warning in effect here for at least a couple of hours here till about 11:45. This is how much rain has fallen in just 3 hours, anywhere from about 1.25 inches upwards to 2.5 inches worth of rain. So no wonder you have some ponding on the roadways out there, probably even also some small streams and creeks and rivers overflowing their banks potentially in that direction. So plenty of even tonight, 1 a.m. We still have some showers around. 4 o'clock, though, will be cloudy and 74 degrees. And we do have some more thunderstorms in the forecast. As you see here, we'll get more in detail with the 7-day coming up in just a bit.
Take a look. This is Vice President Kamala Harris getting a warm welcome at campaign headquarters there in Wilmington, Delaware today. Harris's team really hitting the ground running just weeks out from the Democratic National Convention. And this comes, of course, now that Biden has made this unprecedented exit from the presidential race. And Democrats are really working to push forward and make sure they choose that presidential nominee.
Harris right now, of course, is favored. She spoke earlier today at her campaign headquarters about all the work that lays ahead.
It is my intention to go out and earn this nomination and to win.
Now, Harris, not officially the nominee just yet. She's going to need to win the votes of more than 1,900 delegates first.
Yeah, but local lawmakers, they're throwing their support behind her in her bid for president.
Across the DMV, support for Vice President Kamala Harris is growing. Maryland Governor Wes Moore expressed gratitude for her continued partnership.
I'm going to help and support the vice president to become the next president of the United States in any way that I can.
In D.C., Mayor Muriel Bowser posted on X saying Harris is for the people. Our next president supports D.C., our autonomy, and D.C. statehood. Vote like everything we hold dear depends on it. Delegates at the Democratic National Convention are free to vote for who they want. Virginia State Delegate Roja Henson is one of them, who says he's with Harris.
She said that she was willing to earn the vote. So be it a contested primary event happening at the DNC on roll call, she said that she is willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that she wins that nomination.
Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney, also a delegate, makes this distinction behind his support.
She's a person who's put convicted criminals behind bars, and that's exactly what we need right now versus a convicted felon in this November election.
Bowie State University history professor Dr. Roger Davidson expects support to ramp up.
The party will unify, coalesce around her, and become excited about her candidacy. She just needs to be seen more. They need her out there talking about the issues.
Well, meanwhile, as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrives here in the district ahead of an important week at our nation's capital, pro-Palestinian protesters, well, they're making their voices heard outside of his hotel.
And that's where we find our Max Marcilla with details outside of the Watergate Hotel there in Northwest Washington. And Max has more details on what it's been like outside throughout the night.
Pro-Palestinian protesters chanting, waving flags, and showing up in front of the hotel where Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is staying.
My message to lawmakers and people who live here is that every single person who has stayed silent is complicit in genocide.
While all eyes will be on Capitol Hill on Wednesday, MPD has eyes on the protest and the streets closed because of Netanyahu's arrival. There are a number of parking restrictions and road closures that you should know about. Near the Capitol, Constitution, Independence, and part of Pennsylvania Avenue's northwest have emergency no parking restrictions, and First Street on the east side of the Capitol building is completely closed. And near the Watergate Hotel where Netanyahu is staying, take a look at these closures. The most impactful one, Rock Creek Parkway from Virginia Avenue Northwest to the South Potomac River Freeway, closed. Everything you see in red, closed until Friday morning, and in blue, no parking until Saturday afternoon.
Here are more details. It is very important to note that police in D.C., they're expecting continued First Amendment activities, such as the one we saw out there at the Watergate Hotel that's going to be happening throughout the area. And they're cautioning that there could be closures and all of that could be changed based on these new conditions.
Yeah, a lot happening out there as well. Meanwhile, happening now at 9 o'clock, D.C. police arrested a man accused of having almost $4,000 worth in stolen merchandise from Lululemon. They say that when they found them, they found stolen clothes and illegal substances during a traffic stop on 12th Street, Northeast D.C. They say Charles Mitchell Baines is charged with a felony along with possession with the intent to distribute marijuana.
D.C. police are investigating a triple shooting in Southeast. Officials say it happened on 22nd Street, right near the D.C.-Maryland border. Now, we're told all three men, they were taken to the hospital. No word just yet on any possible suspects.
And in Virginia, Fairfax County police say they've arrested a serial burglar. They say Gabriel Lynch is connected to 5 burglaries in Hybla Valley. They say they busted him as he was trying to rob a store at Mount Vernon Plaza on Richmond Highway over the weekend. He's facing a slew of charges, including burglary, and is being held tonight without bond.
New tonight, a family is just really fed up. They have been suffering with months of water damage. We're talking a gaping hole in the ceiling of their D.C. Housing Authority apartment. And they say these conditions are unsafe and unlivable.
Yeah, it happened at Stoddard Terrace in Southeast. Our Mario Carbone tells us it's actually not the first time the family is grappling with this type of problem.
I don't know, what else I could do.
For months now, Crystal Petty and her 95-year-old grandmother have been living in a state of constant anxiety.
You can smell the mold and mildew when you come in the house.
Mold and mildew caused by leaking pipes in their DCHA apartment at Stoddard Terrace.
I call, they come take pictures. They say okay.
This video is from June.
It's 8:30 and it's leaking again.
DCHA crews cut a hole in a closet and bathroom ceiling to investigate. But the leaking continued and the holes left open, dropping debris.
I can see it dripping right there. More mold in the wall.
Even more frustrating, Petty says it's like deja vu.
Lily Petty.
Her grandmother was featured in the Washington Post more than 30 years ago for a similar issue at a different D.C. public housing complex.
Their bathroom ceiling fell into the bathtub on Christmas Day. Here we are years later, something similar happened, and they're taking their time on it, and I feel like that's just not fair to her.
And DC News now reached out to DCHA by email, asking the agency how it's addressing the problem. About an hour later, a crew was on scene. Maintenance crews from DCHA came Monday to patch up this hole in the bathroom where water was leaking and debris falling. Now, Petty says this is the first step, but it should have never taken this long to get the work done in the first place. In a statement, the agency says in part, DCHA has replaced the wax rings on plumbing fixtures in the unit above the subject unit. At this time, no leaks from the upstairs unit are present.
I should be able to get an answer. I don't care who you are. If I'm in public housing or not, I should be able to get an answer for something like that, because if it was their family members, I'm pretty sure that this would have never lasted this long.
In Southeast, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Meanwhile, in Western Maryland, 2 Frederick County brothers are charged with arson at a playground in Adamstown. Police say the 14 and 15-year-old set fire to Green Hill Park last month, then took pictures and videos with their phone. You can see here just all that melted plastic. The damage is estimated around $230,000. Those boys now face malicious burning and destruction of property charges.
Let's stay in Western Maryland, where win or lose, it seems baseball fans love the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars. The team has lost lost about twice as many games as they've won, but people in the area still come out to watch the minor league team. Now, we spoke with the sports marketing consultant who gives really high marks to the city and fans who have really embraced the flying boxcar.
Bringing people from the suburbs into the city, and that often will lead to more businesses popping up around the venue.
The response has been awesome. The crowd's enthusiastic and they're into the game, and everybody comes here and really has a great time. It's a really sociable ballpark, so it's been great for the community.
The Flying Boxcars are on a road trip to play the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. They're going to return this weekend to face the York Revolution.